And I'm going to close this. And I'm going to close this. And I'm going to go to, oh, I'm going to put this down. What's that? I know. And then I'm going to go to Oahu Democrats. This is going to be a very short meeting. I'm just letting you know that. Is Lemomi here? No, I was hoping she'd give a report on that.
Lemomi's at the senior fair.
Oh, that's right. There's that senior fair today. I think everybody's there. Okay. All right, so this is the agenda.
Okay, what happened?
So it is 10:02, and I'm hereby calling this meeting to order. Okay, now we're going to do the roll call, and let me pull up maybe that, or that's this attendance report. Okay, so who else? Assistant Secretary is Daniel's not here. County Treasurer, he's not here. Assistant Treasurer, she's excused. That's and then SGC female rep. I think she's going to be here. Region 2 chair is oh, okay, excused. Region 2 chair is Kat. She's not here yet. Region 4 chair is Ben. All right. Region 5 is Brent is excused. He texted me. 6 is yeah, he's not here. He's never come. And 9 is Natalia. Is Natalia here? She'll be here.
Yeah, I just called in.
Great, thanks. Natalia's here. All right. Oh, and then all the chairs are supposed to be here too. It's one of those days. Huh? Oh, look, there's all the chairs, and they're empty. So, okay, so let's go down the line here. District 17 chair is what's his name? Nick. I'll just mark who's here, and I'll go through later and decide who's excused. I got to check my email. And 18 is Cynthia.
Yes, she's on the main line.
Okay, she's excused. 19 is the lawyer, John.
Yeah, John.
20 is
Is there?
20 is Will Carone. I'm here.
Will Corona is here. Yes.
Thank you.
21 is,
Music.
I don't remember who 21 is. 22 is, I met her.
Jones?
Yes.
Don't you call the name?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, call the names. I'm trying to think.
Yeah, there you go.
Because I don't have it in my...
If you're here as a proxy, please let me know. District 23,
Sonny Ganadin on the line?
Sonny Gannon is 30.
Sonny there?
Yeah.
All right. Ian Ross, District 24.
He's not here, but I'm his proxy.
Okay.
That's
What's your name?
Carlin. That's his brother, Carlin.
No relation.
I just teach.
Say your name again?
K.R. Elliott Ross.
He's the last guy that ran against Gene Ward. We don't have anybody this time.
Morgan Bonnet, District 25. Kainoa Rego?
Well, I'm vice chair.
Okay. And your name?
Adrian.
A-D-R-I-A. Last name?
Yeah.
Dan Curran.
Here.
Susan Young, District 28. Here.
Suzanne.
Oh, sorry. Suzanne. Ernest Carvalho. Ernesto. Debbie Shimizu, District 31.
I can't remember if she's excused or not.
District 32 Chair, Chase Shigemasa. Lorna Strand, District 33. Phil Takayama.
Here.
Cynthia Bond. Trish LaChica. Daniel Bath.
Here.
Richard Oshiro.
Here.
Alicia Malufiti. I should know that. Eric Schrager.
Present.
Mike Golio.
Terry?
Yeah.
He is excused.
Mark Early. Benjamin Gates. Melissa Von Voris. Malia Britton. Jesse Palmer.
Here.
Bill South.
I heard Jesse was here.
Fagan.
Jesse
yeah,
is
yeah.
here.
I'm online.
Betty Vega. Lynn Sager. Corey Rosette.
Here.
There. Got him. And
All right. Okay. So Janine is here, District 22, and also Taksong Cheng, the guy appointed treasurer, is here. Treasurer. He's treasurer until we give consent. He's on the new business. All right. Very good. So let me refresh this. All right. Okay, so great. Attendance has been taken. Reviewing the minute. Now it's minutes time. Approval of June 23rd minutes. The June 23rd minutes were distributed, have been distributed now for quite some time. So I guess we've all had a chance to look at them. Are there any corrections?
Yeah, Melody's name is misspelled.
yeah.
Okay. Melody's name is misspelled. Okay.
Just had a question.
Yes.
Nothing against, because I did vote for it, in terms of help with the Deputy Affirmative Action Committee.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, with Exeter and
Yes.
with what's his name? Sorry, I'm starting to break.
It's
Jacob, Daniel Jacobs.
Yep.
But what exactly are they
Daniel
supposed
Jacob.
to do?
There's only one.
Yeah. It's about them.
What are they supposed to do?
Yeah.
You know, that's I would defer to your chair of that committee to.
So you didn't give them any kind of like parameters. I'm just trying to, curious. So when they do work with,
Hey, we're approving the minutes. What do we do?
Oh yeah, let's do that later. Okay, so are there any other corrections? Debbie Schmitz is here. Hearing no more, the minutes are approved with corrections, as correct. All right, what's next? Okay, so why don't you ask me that question during my chair's report period? Sure. And then I'll talk about more. Okay, so that's great. Where's my agenda? Oh, okay. New business. New business first. Okay, so Oahu Banner Project. Lauren Strand, I asked her. I put it in new business because it's possible that it might require some action by this deliberative body. So, Lorna, you have the chair.
Sure. 2 years ago, for the 2016 campaign, Oahu OCC did a project called the Banner Project, and I just wanted to bring it up again since I don't know if OCC is going to do anything for the coordinated campaign, or I know the state is doing a big coordinated campaign effort, but in terms of just us, I thought I could bring it up again and see if you would like to do it. Basically, it is that we have a banner, which I can show you in a minute, that says, we are Ohana, vote for Democrats. And what we did on a grassroots level is we used the banner as a way to communicate with all of the different candidates who are running in our respective districts and regions. And it was really fun because it gave us something to do. As opposed to just raise money or make phone calls, it gave us something to actively engage with candidates who were running in our respective districts. And so the banner became a way to kind of bring people together and bring all these campaigns together. And we used it as an opportunity to first communicate with the different campaigns. And so we were right on right with our state reps, even if they had no race. It was a way for the state rep candidates to connect with us and to, you know, know that there's a Democratic Party in their district. It also was a way for the statewide candidates to come together and just share on a local level their respective. What microphone? This microphone?
Yeah, that's fine.
Oh,
You're fine. You're
sorry.
fine.
People hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Anyway, this is the banner, and how do we do this? There's two of you. I just put it here. Here's the banner. Oh, sorry. And you know, you can attach it to a tree or get the PVC pipes. It's really easy. The fun part is communicating with first the candidate, then
Be able to hear us. That's the icon.
Democrats in your district, in your region. Get them going, get them organized, get them actually attending. And collect signs or invite the campaigns to come with their supporters and hold signs. It's really fun. You stand at a big street corner, and just all you have to do is bring the banner, make sure that everybody's there, and bring some ice water, and stand outside for a couple of hours or an hour. The street corner gets filled with all these campaigns, and you realize that, hey, the Democratic Party is not only cool because we're together, but it's colorful and happy, and we're together, and we really mean it when we say that Democrats are good people. So if you could, what I'd like to propose is that if you are interested in doing this, either on a district level or a region level, there are 9 of these banners floating around Oahu. One banner was given to each region 2 years ago. I don't know where they are. I know where 2 are, and one of these belongs to Region 3. One belongs to Region 5. So if others can't find your banners, I would like to propose that if people want to get a banner, I'd be happy to get some more printed. And there is, I think, a line item in our budget for $900 for banners. And so if there is a line item for banners for $900, if anybody wants one printed, I'd be happy to go print it for them. So if you come in, I'd like a motion or something that we continue this project if anybody wants to. And I don't know if I want a motion, but I'd just like an okay. That, hey, this is a good idea. Huh?
How much do banners cost?
Like $60. I mean, they're less than 100. Yeah.
And we'll make a comment on the campaigning for safety and security. We should never block a complete intersection. The driver can't see the pedestrians can't see the driver. If we block the sidewalk, the people have to walk into the street. If we block the bus stop, they're walking down the street in traffic.
Yeah.
So when we do our campaign, we consider the safety of the people, the drivers we are talking to, and everyone.
You know what was really great about this project, though, is that what we did was we found people in our region and our districts who are expert at this. They know how to do it. And they were the ones who organized us when we got there, and also brought water, and also made sure that we were all safe. It was really nice.
All right, yeah, you said I'm the guy that says who can say something, so you're asking me if you can talk. That's fine, so go ahead. So who's it? Do you want to say something? Another comment? Go ahead.
Now, I have seen you quote professional standing on the bridge, on the traffic line, holding banners. That is a safety hazard.
Okay,
They're off the expressway and there are people standing on the line. Those are hazards, we shouldn't be allowing.
Okay, we'll put that in some sort of policy statement, I think. You had a question, Dylan.
I'd be happy to, I'll check with Kendra, who might have been the last Region Chair, to have the Region 2 banner, but my availability is more or less the Region 2 area, and I'd like to get a banner, and I can organize people within that area. Because I'm especially concerned about Governor Ige. We need to have a strong showing for Governor Ige in November. We don't want people to be complacent.
Eric.
Eric Schrager, District 41. I think this is a fantastic idea, particularly in our district. We actually have a race on our hands out in District 41, so I absolutely want a banner. I would move that we discover the location of extant banners first to determine how many we need to print. And
I think you're Sam's region?
Yeah.
I think Sam folks have their banner.
Oh, awesome.
I think Lena.
All right, hold on. Okay, so it sounds like we're discussing leading something up to where where it's a motion where should somebody want an extra banner, then we approve it, and there should probably be a limit with that price. That price is, I think that's pretty accurate. I think that's where you get your banners at IAEA.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're a very good price.
Yeah.
So first there should be a motion that we, assuming there's a line item, Tucson's got to check to confirm there's a line item. Assuming there's a line item for banners, maybe a motion to spend up to $200 to allocate that for folks that want banners. Go ahead, Ken.
Kendra Farm, Region Chair 3. I am in full support of anything that we can do in order to organize ourselves for the general campaign. This is going to be very interesting general, and part of it too is that we have the primary comes up, and then we all come together during the general, and I think that that's indicative of this. So therefore, I move that we allocate the funds accordingly for this.
Second.
All right, now we can discuss this. Anyway, we've discussed it. So is there any further discussion, like a limit or something?
Okay, Alan Burdick, I'm assuming that decisions on printing individual banners and who will get them will be decided by our county chair, unless he delegates that. Because the way the motion is now, it's really vague.
Yes.
It's simply saying there's $200 and it's out there.
So we want to amend it. So yes, that'd be the case unless someone amends it. I'm for you. If you want to be in charge, you're in charge of this project, right?
Sure.
So I would defer to. I have complete trust in Lorna. She's been around a long time.
If Lorna's going to be the administrator, that's fine. I agree. But we need to have clarity. We need to have that clarity
in the motion.
I think.
Yeah, in the motion. All right, so that's an amendment. Would that be an amendment to the motion, or are we still formulating the motion?
Amend to have Lorna Strand be the administrator of this banner project.
Second.
Okay, is there any discussion? Yes.
The $200 seems kind of arbitrary. The 16 of that each should be $240 plus tax. Or is there any reason why, if there are a number of people with banners, if there isn't $60 for banners? I mean, it just seems that we should find out how many banners are needed before we set the price.
I agree. Because I don't know if we're going to print more banners. We have $900.
Right. Yeah, and so So if somebody wants another, so the motion was if somebody requests another banner and it's within that 200 whatever range, it's still within that, and you approve it, then they get the banner. Once we hit the number of banners that we can afford, then we'd have to do a new motion. Is that what?
That gives us 3 banners.
Well,
it's something that requires a motion.
Fine.
We have
Yeah.
whichever ones maybe.
But first, that's not the question right now. The question is whether the amendment of her being the leader, the in charge of this. Are there any objections to Lorna? Okay, it's approved. The amendment is accepted, and James, and now we're on the main motion. So you want to amend the $200?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it should be a little higher.
So Lynn is amendment to the motion of of changing to $200 to what?
$250.
To $250.
I mean, our needs get 500?
Well, no, we only have 900 in the budget.
As needed. Just reserve it as needed.
Yeah.
You're reserving.
Up to 500 as needed. I like that.
We're not gonna spend
Is there a
it.
second?
Second.
Is there discussion? Yes, Alan.
Alan Burdick, I think that's too much. We've got 2 banners, we still need to scrounge
No, we
to
got
find
not yet.
other banners, and, I think 250 would be fine, that would pull in 4 more banners, so we would have 6 plus whichever one.
Can we just do another motion then for more? Go ahead.
Sorry, this is a point of reference. So we have 9 banners, you're saying?
There were 9 originally printed. I don't,
For 3, right?
Right.
we can account for 3. I think Region 1, is Region 1 here?
Here, we have ours.
They have theirs, so we can account for 4.
I like
1, 2, 3, 4, so this is the 5 then.
Yeah, I think we can assume we're going to find all the banners. It wasn't that long ago, right? Just 2 years.
Yeah, I don't know where they are.
All right. So the thing is, all right. Yeah. I'm not supposed to be making amendments. So what's on the table right now is whether we amend it so there's 5, so it's $500, and that's the discussion right now.
Okay,
I
I think that's generous.
Well, we're not gonna use the whole fund.
No, not going to use the whole
The
fund.
availability is very important.
And
If you
there
feel
is
like
9
possible more, then at least it's
in the budget, yeah. I think that's good.
We don't have to approve these.
Is there any other discussion? All right. Are there any? What? Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, you have it. I'm sorry. You got it.
It's all right. Speak up. Let's just keep going.
Okay.
All right. Are there any objections? All right. It's approved. The amendment's approved. Now it's $500, and she's the lead of it. And now we have to approve. Now it's back to the main motion. Now we're discussing the main motion and whether to approve it. And is there a discussion on the main motion? Whether to approve this whole idea of allocating the amount, which is $500, to making more banners for Lorna's project, and she's going to approve the banners. Is there any more discussion? You got that, James? That's the.
It's just approved. Just nailed it.
I'm getting some issues here. I'm going to turn off me. I think this just turns me off. Yeah. Just turn the folks here anymore, but we may turn it back on later. Sharing my screen. Okay. Oh, question. Please mark me present. Yeah, Betty, you're present. All right. So, is there any more discussion on the motion? Are there any objections to the motion? Hearing no objections, the motion carries. Congratulations. All right. All right, what's next? Agenda. Okay. Next order of business I have here is that, as you know, Raphael got a much better job up in California, making the big bucks now. He has graciously continued to help a little bit. And so I would like to, I've nominated Tuksang Cheng, who you may recall ran against Raphael back when, and he came and says, Raphael is all for this, and so I'd like to ask consent for Tuksang Cheng to be the next treasurer. Is there any discussion? Yes.
Since I never introduced myself, Dylan Armstrong, Vice Chair, I will be voting for Tuksang, and I've known him for a while as a neighbor and great guy, but I would really like for you just to maybe introduce yourself to the people who don't know you. Maybe something about your interest in the party.
Okay, good, great.
Trey, I'm a CD.
Actually, you're supposed to face me because you're supposed to talk. So go back there. Yeah.
Talk into the microphone.
Yeah, it's a trick. Yeah, you're supposed to face me. I'm the leader.
That's the audience.
No, I'm the leader. I'm the leader. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah. Background. By trade, I'm a CPA. And I also have been a small business owner for many years, so I understand the small business issue in the state of Hawaii. I got involved in the political environment because of we elected our current president, and just things just bad. And I didn't understand why that happened, so I want to get involved a little bit more. In the system and have a better understanding what it's all about. If you want to make changes, what kind of step that we need to take. And that's the reason why I got involved.
And he's been a Democrat for a long time too, so it's just recently that he's decided to participate more, like a lot of us.
Right. Yeah, as a party member, yeah, that's, but then that was just a no-brainer in Hawaii. When you register to vote, Democrat. So, yeah.
All right.
So I'll stay till the term that, So what happened is this: I talked to Raphael before I took over the job, and I understand what we need to do. So what I told Raphael, I told Rich is okay, I'll help out till the end of whatever the current
term
is. Just
2019, yeah. And then someone else.
But I have absolutely, just to let you guys know, I limit myself. I believe in term limitation, okay? At the end of this term, I think like May or June.
Yeah, in May, yeah.
Right, and I'm done.
Yeah.
So you don't have to worry about me running for the election.
And the other thing I want to point out is we sort of, what we've worked out is there's a lot of FEC stuff that is important now that we never had to do when I was treasurer. And when I was treasurer, it took me 20 minutes to prepare the treasurer's report because I had a routine. I know right where to go and everything. So I'm going to do the treasurer's report. I did the last treasurer's report. He's going to interface to Tambry, and there's a lot there. Thank goodness I don't have to do that, and his CPA experience will help there. And then Myra's going to continue to, write the checks and do the deposits and keep doing that. So, are there any other comments? Are there any objections? Great, thank you. Congratulations. All right. Next, okay, so now we're just going to have general, okay, so that's all the business that could require a motion. Is there anybody else that has any new business that could possibly ask us to do some business or to make a decision? Yes, Terry?
I don't know if this is new business or not, but you mentioned in your email you talk about proxies and how proxies are handled. And at the SEC meeting, the chair's proxy went to no one who was on the OCC executive committee.
So we're talking about the SEC.
We're talking about the chair's.
So we're talking about proxies for the SEC.
Yeah.
Okay, that's out of order. We're in the OCC now, so this is. They're asking a personal decision about why I choose my proxy for the SEC. That's completely out of order. Okay.
I don't think it's out of order.
Sit down. It's completely out of order. I rule it's out of order. You want to talk to me about why I choose who I choose for SEC
why
proxy?
Why can't OCC have your proxy at FCC? Why?
Because it's a personal decision, okay? And I have a complete right to do it.
You represent all of us. You don't just represent you.
You're out of order. Please, 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 please. Please. All right. Okay, so hearing, there's no new business. Okay, let's go to reports. I don't have a report, or not much of a report. Business has been proceeding. There's been a lot of personnel issues at the SEC. I don't particularly care to bring those up here. I don't need to. But there's a lot of regional activity going on, which we're supporting as the executive body, and so I'll just defer to the regions to give reports on that. Does anybody have any questions for me? All right, thank you, Vice Chair. Anything?
Not at this time, but I would like to encourage all of our officers to reach out to their people in their districts to help sign wave and canvass for the coordinated campaign or other candidates who are going against Republicans in the general. That's really the focus of why we exist, and I feel like we often don't have those high-stakes general elections, but we do now, and I want to take Tupola seriously. I want Governor Ige to do really well and have a big mandate. So that's my spiel.
Excellent. Treasurer. I'll give the treasurer's report. Okay, so we started out let me put this down. The last time the treasurer's report was done was 6/21, June 21st, and at that time we had 19,000. No. All right, so this is wrong, isn't it? This should say. No, this is the beginning. No, yeah, this should say 6/21. Oops. Okay, that's got to be correct because that's at the beginning balance at 6/21. We had this amount. That was this number back up here. By the way, this is online if you want this. All right, so and since then, Region 5 had quite a thing, and so they've got some donations here. I threw those down in your set-aside account. That's where they belong, right? Or were these supposed to go to OCC? I don't think they were. This was back on 6/21. So before 18th or 19th, didn't you have some kind of? Yeah, you guys make money. Yeah, and you made money, right? And that should go into your set aside. Yeah, right. I'm sure. Okay, so if I'm wrong in that extra amount of money should go to the general fund, then you just let me know or let Tuck Song know. But for right now, I'm assuming this and this goes into your fund. Okay, and then the party got a donation. These donations, these were left over from the convention, sponsorships from the convention. There are these recurring donations, and there's also, we get this cashback bonus. We get cashback bonuses from PayPal for lots of reasons, whatever. So there's small things there. We got a refund for because Kapolei Middle School was initially reserved for the District 42 precinct meetings, and then they changed it to a labor union, and then they had to change it back, and they changed it to something. Anyway, so we got a refund there for that. Okay, for disbursements, this is for the parade. We had to, for some reason, our check for Moanalua High School bounced. You know, it was refused or some crazy thing. We ended up giving them cash for that check. And then there's some transit fees here for Region 5, check fee. This email service provider, we're going to have to do something about that because we absorb all of the email costs for the whole state. Okay, and the neighbor islands are starting to really use the system a lot, and so these SendGrid email charges have gone up, and we're going to have to do something like that maybe before May. After my term is over, we won't have that charge anymore. I'll promise you that. And then yes, sir. Yes.
For the Steve Canales and Debbie Shanice.
Yes.
That was a hospitality thing that he was asking for OCC. That money is supposed to go in the general fund.
So this 375 goes in the general fund. Okay, that's another correction. So let's keep track of these corrections. Okay, so there's some other stuff here, voter file, SendGrid. Anyway, because it's been quite a while since the last. Anyway, so we pay for the post office box, and so our disbursements were $49.54. We brought in 1,500 disbursements for $49.54, and that matches up with what the bank accounts are. You may wonder why this is. Because the last treasurer's report, we had $608 in petty cash, and Raphael just deposited $600 in petty cash. So we've got 8 cents. So Raphael owes us 8 cents. We're going to have to make sure we get that from him. All right, and then the set-aside accounts here. Well, Region 5, pretty soon they're going to have more money than us, but that's fine. Maybe you should just take over the whole thing. All right, so that's the treasurer's report. Are there any other comments or questions? All right, so yes, Alan.
Yeah, before we adjourn, I understand there's a disciplinary complaint that's been filed.
Yeah, that's next one. The secretary gives it. The secretary at the time I'll ask the secretary to give a report, and he usually doesn't, but he's supposed to report when we get mail, relevant mail. So we got the relevant mail. So yes, that's going to be announced. As soon as
there's stuff in the rules that require that it be put on the minutes of this.
Exactly. That's how we're going to do it, because it's not a motion, it's not new business. It's when he gives us his report that we got something, then that goes in the minutes. He's going to put that in minutes. Yeah, I checked that. I checked that with Dr. P. Okay, so are there any other corrections? Hearing none, the treasurer's report is approved with corrections. All right, what's next? More reports. Treasurer, secretary, you got some mail.
All right, so we got some relevant mail. Yeah, so there's a complaint filed against our member, Michael Golio Jr. He has not had official notice yet. It'll be coming in due time. So, other than that, so you guys know we got another one. So,
all right.
It has to be done within 10 days.
Yeah, it was received.
Yeah, well, we got the hard copy.
It was received on September 21st.
Yeah. It was yesterday.
Yeah, yesterday. Yeah.
Yesterday.
Yeah, it was yesterday. She sent it a long time ago, but she put Post Office Box 1973 instead of Post Office Box 1793. And so that post office over there takes about 2 weeks for them to figure that out. and then they got it close. So we're just going to stamp it on that day as they receive it. All right.
Rich?
Yes.
This is District 28.
Mm-hmm.
So can you tell us what the process is for
complaint?
the complaint?
Sure. It is, see, I had some rules.
Article 1, Section 8.
Yeah, Article 1, Section 8, April.
Yeah.
Where did I have this rules on? Yeah, okay, yeah, it's if you look in here's OCC rules. All right, and this book will be renewed. At the SEC meeting later, Maui's and Oahu County's rule changes at their convention should be approved, and then I'll make a revision of this booklet here for everybody. Why can't I scroll faster?
Section 8, sub 5.
Yeah, I got to go past the. If I do this. Section Constitution, Constitution, bylaws, Article 2, Article 1.
Article 1, Section.
Article 1.
Subsection 5.
Section. Yeah, I know you.
Just check.
There's
8B.
So 8B, procedure. Okay, first, Section 5. Okay, so the complaint is filed, and it refers the complaint. Okay, referral of the complaint shall be reported. The referral of the complaint shall be reported at its next meeting and shall be recorded in the minutes. Okay, and so that's what we're sort of reporting now, and
where's notification to the member?
Notification to the member.
We're discussing it before the member's been notified.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Point of order.
So what's
Point of order, I think that's called.
All right, it's up in 4. Look in 4. Well, actually, 3. Notice. The accused member must be notified in writing by the county something.
Secretary.
10 days.
Within 10 days of receipt. Okay, so that's what we're discussing.
and we have been.
We weren't discussing notification, remember? We were discussing the process, what has been received.
I was just answering a question, okay? Come on. Can you please not disrupt this meeting?
I'm not disrupting.
Yes, you are. You're disrupting the meeting. Okay?
You just don't like what I'm saying.
Okay, so let's get back on track. We're talking about the process.
Thank you.
So if you want, you can just email it over to him right from right there. You can pull it down the website. Email it over to him.
Well, I want to do the actual notice.
Oh, okay. All right. So.
Point of order.
Yes.
Actually.
Wait. No. You're out of order. You're not a member of this body. You are not a member of this body. Can you stop talking? You're not a member of this body. Stop talking. Stop talking.
Then I'll talk because
you are not recognized by me. Stop talking, please. Please stop. One more outburst and I'm going to have to ask you to leave. I really am, okay? Okay? All right, well, we will put this, go ahead, that's fine. We'll put it on the agenda for next time. I guess okay. Can we double up these things? Can we double up these things?
Double up in what sense?
Give notification of that plus notification of the next stage at the next meeting. I better defer to Pew. I'm just gonna leave it as is. Okay, I'm gonna leave this as we're letting you know we're going to notify the member. Okay, and if we don't do this now, then it takes 2 more months before we can do this. So it delays it by 2 months. I don't know, maybe that's what you want.
Yeah, well, the secretary can make the notification outside the meeting. That's not required.
All right.
So I have a
point of question, point of information.
So, the person who was supposed to be notified was supposed to be notified first, and then this guy was supposed to receive notice afterward?
I don't.
I'm just like, I may get a complaint one day for whatever,
So
one of us.
So how how we used to do it was the complaint would come, whoever picked up the mail, it would be dispersed amongst the executive committee. We'd say, hey, this complaint came in. I would do the letter. I would give a heads up to whoever got the complaint against them. Whoever filed the complaint, I would say, hey, I got it. And then I would say, hey, for the person who got the complaint against them, I'd say, okay, I'm mailing out the letter, or I'm emailing you the letter, and then you're going to have the 30 days to respond. So we never really took action because you have to give them time to build their response, yeah. And then at the next meeting, we appoint, the investigative committee, and they start getting their stuff together too. Yeah.
I just wanted, for the sake of of process. Sorry, Chair. I just wanted for this part. So when, let's say, all of us in the executive committee gets it. We're not out there saying anything. It's more like it's kind of like an executive session where we kind of get this, and then it goes out to that person, and then the general.
It's kind of just supposed to be out of respect for the member.
Yeah, but there's nothing in the rules that say any of this, and that's how it used to be. But since then, we've had OCC meetings where Michael Galoyu Jr., in fact, has filed complaints against people. And that day, he just posted up, and so it's that sort of respect has gone away. See, so now we don't do it, and also the last complaint against Michael, nobody knew about it. Nobody, and then there was a parliamentary maneuver, which, by the way, Pew would later apologize for. Nobody knew about it, and we ended up passing this motion, passing it all. He was let off, and we ended up changing the way we do our convention. Okay, so I'm leaving this up here. I'm going to leave it up here. But if I hear a motion that we defer step.
I just want to make sure that all
5
steps were followed in the proper manner. Just because, if I had a complaint, I would like that to happen. I think I'm going to get one, but if all of us, someone was for any of us to get a complaint, we'd like to have the proper, process that we go.
Chair?
Yes.
This is really discriminatory. You've even told me why you're isolating this member and why you are taking these extraordinary steps outside of our regular process to make sure that justice is served. I believe you are in the wrong as to the way you're handling this.
Thank you.
Chair?
Yes.
I raised a question about what the process was, and if I can summarize what I heard or thought I heard, the complaint was received on September 21. It's the obligation of the secretary to report mail that's received, and that's the action that was taken with a report that a complaint was filed. The secretary also indicated that he has 10 days to send it to the person, which he is that will do the process. So I believe we're just talking about process and proper notice and reporting. Thank you for letting us know the process.
All right. Okay. Thank you. Do you have anything more to report?
No.
Okay. That's for Region 1.
Region 1, not much going on other than we do have a potentially contested House race with Mark Asham that a lot of us, we did meet a week ago.
Under the radar. What is this?
Huh?
What is this? Mark Asham?
Mark Asham has a contested race. I mean, this woman's...
Who is it? What's her name?
Her last name is Ola.
What?
Her banners are all over
Ola.
Region 18, or District 18. But you know, we'll you know, we're going to move to work hard to support him.
Do you know she's been knocking on doors? Or has she just been putting up signs?
I've just been seeing a lot of signs because I'm seeing a lot of them. I'm just noticing it because in particular in my valley, Julio, I'm seeing them all over our valley.
Yeah, that's typical out in our area where people somehow they get the idea that all it takes is more signs, and
well, that's fine, but yeah, I think you don't ever want to take anything for granted.
Of course.
So we've urged Mark to like take this seriously and not, you know, because we've seen enough people that are surprised on election night because they took something for granted.
Yes.
And we just had that with the primary. So it's anyway, that's really what's going on there. There are other people who are working to on the city council race in our area, which is between two Democrats.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, I
thought it was interesting that Natalie endorsed one of them.
Yeah, she did.
She endorsed Donnie.
You know, but we have, even within our own executive council with Region 1, we have a division.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, well, Trevor's pretty aggressive.
Well, it's just, I think, you know, one of our chairs, a lot of it was, I think, the support with Trevor is just because they have, it's a prior relationship that they have that goes back away, it's friendship. So, but, you know, that's pretty much what's going on with us out in Region 1.
All right, Region 2.
We don't have a Region 2 chair here.
Oh, Region 3.
He just stepped into the...
Region 4. He's not here. Region 5. Oh, he's not here. Is there Region 6?
Wait. Isn't Lorna?
Oh, yeah, Region 5. Yeah, you wanted to give some more announcements in Region 5.
No, I just like to give a report about what we've been doing in Region 5.
Please do.
We did have this candidates fair, and got a really nice relationship with a lot of the candidates who, after they won, felt very welcome to come and visit us. So at our last meeting, Ed Case came, and he spoke very well, and you know, it was not something where there were a lot of supporters of Ed Case in the room, but I think that he was very able to bring us together and have it was a really nice gesture on his part and a really good speech on his part to come, and that's where I think having these meetings on a regular basis is a very important thing to do. So if districts and regions can do that, I really hope that you will. And given that we are in a general election period, I encourage you to think about having district and region meetings on a regular basis because the candidates and electeds will come.
Sounds like you're running for OCC chair.
No.
All right, Region 3.
We had a local meeting at Farm Region 3. We had a meeting of the region, and we had most of our district chairs that were there. think all of them, and it was a very productive meeting. We had a good conversation. Lorna was there. She talked to us about the Ohana banner, and that's why part of my spoke to that. One of my other district chairs did. I know it's not the purview of the county itself because of our house districts, but kind of a speed meet with the different candidates in the county, and I think that was very appropriate. And we get some support, and then we had some support in the legislative area, so that was good. And just talking about the different issues in the area. Not every place in my house districts, I'm responsible for 5 house districts, have the same problems or see issues at the same level of priority. So by able to do that, we kind of come to a consensus and see, where areas that, we can kind of work together and see the differences. Some are surprised when they hear about the different problems that other areas have at their level of priority. Thank you.
Very good. Sam.
Yeah, Region 7, we've been doing a lot of individual candidate campaign events. Recently, Rose Martinez running for District 40. That one we're trying to challenge the current Republican guy.
She runs for that seat every time of week.
And she's very active with her events. She's always requested for support from the region. So other districts are, doing their own thing too. Unless they ask me for support, then I'll bring it to the county for any recommendation. Eric, do you have anything to say, or Richard?
Yeah, no, I just want to emphasize the National Prestige favela fight that's going to be coming up. I think that's going to be a challenge this year. So we're going to be out there supporting that.
Yeah, that's the point. Most of the time when a good incumbent Democrat, I kind of think of him as incumbent just because the legislature runs up against somebody. It's like I've never heard of a Republican before, but Favela I've heard of. So yeah, but
Favela was Democrat before too. And there hasn't been any.
Oh really? Oh well, then he might switch back. So is Rita's district a lot different than Rose's district? Because it seems like Rita is so strong, and
Rita,
how that could translate to.
Well, we're predominantly a Filipino community there.
They get the vote.
Okay. So yeah.
So I guess Matt just is able to appeal to some sort of.
The new demographic that's in the area that moved in is getting that part of the support for that. So because you have that new demographic, people who just moved in, that's where the support from that comes from.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Very excellent. All right.
Rich, you got anything going on with?
We have a couple of races in the park area, as I call them. Michelle Adani, Christopher Lee west side of my column. The guy initially I didn't know who he was, but he's got his signs all over. Tony Solis.
Oh.
And he has a TV show with Aiding the Kayak. It's a Teamster sponsored show among other comedians. But he's running into the Republican. He's running into Michelle. I'm confident that she'll take that. But that was interesting that that fellow was Republican candidate.
All right. Very good.
So Lorna is also coming around to offer some of her.
Well, good.
So we'll touch base with her.
Very good. Maybe you should visit all the districts. Region 9. Does anybody have? Do you have anything for Region 9? Region 9, right? Okay. Oh, Natalia. I'm sorry, Natalia. You're online, aren't you? Sorry. Oops.
Yeah, that's all right. So, was that Melody? Melody's been very active, and she probably wants to take a minute to talk about her.
She will. That was Lynn Sager. Lynn Sager. Okay, but yes, Melody's after this. She's last one. We got plenty of time for her excellent comprehensive report, and so we'll get to that. Go ahead, Natalia.
All right. I was just going to say that we are suffering a great loss from not having Raphael anymore. He was one of our more active members on this side. We have two two candidates who are running against Republicans in the general. We have Micah Kalama-Pregitzer, who's running against Cynthia Thielen, and incumbent Democrat Chris Lee has a Republican challenger. We also are having a meeting next week to discuss Get Out the Vote efforts. I think any Get Out the Vote effort is going to benefit Democrats much more than Republicans, even if we do it nonpartisan. Sometimes, like when you do it at stores and stuff, they want you to be nonpartisan. But in any case, it benefits Democrats. And Melody is planning a candidate forum where they're going to be discussing the Con-Con and the Con-Am. And I will have to defer to her for the dates on that.
It's appropriate. You want to add to that now, Melody? The Con-Con and the Con-Am out in your region, you're doing something?
Yes, thank you very much, Chair.
And then if you want, you can go right into your next report, your legislative priorities.
Okay. I think at this time then I will go to my legislative priorities report, which basically is discussing about the forum that we did have with Bill South on August 3rd, and that was quite the success. It was standing room only, and we had 14 candidates that showed, and they answered some grueling questions that we had. I think we had about 14 questions or so.
We did. We could have done all night.
Yeah.
We got a little tired and wanted to go home, so I think our audience was willing to stay a lot longer. But they had to go after a couple hours.
Yes. So now we are planning a second forum, and it is scheduled for October 12th. Initially, we were going to have it at Key Project. Then an opportunity came about where we could have it at HPU. However, we found out that there's a lot of requirements to go through with HPU. Number one would be that we would have to invite all the candidates that are running. So that would include the Green Party and the nonpartisan, and it's something that we didn't want to deal with as well. So instead, we're going to try to get back to Key Project. And on the windward side, the only real contested race that we have concerns Representative Sean Quinlan. And his Republican challenger is Richard Wallace. So if there is going to be my candidates between them, but as Holly has indicated, the focus that we wanted to focus on would be on the Con-Con, and as well as the Con-Con. I think at this juncture, that we're not having enough support with the Con-Am, that it's becoming quite the concern. We've had several, the Education Caucus as well as ADA, we've had meetings with Corey Rosenblatt, and we have learned that the budget is $500 million short every year. And so as say, for example, the Nanakuli Waianae district, there's a need of special ed.
Are you fucking serious? Where are we gonna go? Where are we going? Where are we gonna go? Stupid ass.
How do I mute everybody? Mute it all.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Okay, Chair, if I can clarify the ADA.
Yes.
It's Americans for Democratic Action.
Yes.
So it's not Americans for Disabilities Action. So the ADA is, yes. So we feel very strongly that the Con-Am needs a lot of support. Okay, so that is what I want to focus on the forum. And then another concern is, and Chair, if you could give me some guidance on this, is the OHA candidates. Because in the primary election, 49.6% blank votes for the at-large, and 41.3% blank votes for the Oahu resident trustee. Given that the OHA is in control of $600 million trust fund, I believe, I think we need to teach our constituents that you don't have to be Hawaiian, but everybody is entitled to vote. So we don't have all these blank votes, Because what we're seeing is that the incumbents are the ones that are the big vote getters because they're more known.
Can I just add to that, Mr. Chair? Yes. I think that is important too, but also that OHA, this is Kent Farm Region 3, doesn't have any legislative power in terms of normal political offices. There is no introductory power. There is no, it's a trust and dealing on a fiduciary responsibility. So I think also people understanding that will realize what the scope of power that they have and what they don't have and the perceived power that they do have.
So you're saying that's why we don't vote for the?
I think
we don't feel.
Aside from that, but I think that people if it's, what they do is completely different than what the legislative body does.
Yes, Dylan.
Dylan, Vice Chair, for the people on the phone, I have a point of information. Correct me if I'm wrong. Don't our bylaws state that we support Democrats in nonpartisan races
who request for help? Yes.
Who request for help? And
Constitution.
And we also know that some of the candidates who have been running for OHA or made it past the primary are historically members of the Republican Party. So we can infer, even though OHA itself is nonpartisan, right?
If I may, Chair.
Please, yeah.
Yeah, that is a very important point. However, all of the candidates currently are Democrats.
Oh, I was thinking of.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yes.
Yeah, I think I kind of like it that the Democrats recently in this election have really started. They've requested a lot of Pohai. She wants the party to help and she's doing the right thing, asking the party for her support in a nonpartisan race. And I think the party should do a lot, but maybe the party supporting the candidates, the Democratic candidates, because it is nonpartisan and that might be helpful too. But I'm all for it. But the problem is, of course, that traditionally, originally we could not vote. We had to be on some sort of registry or something to vote, and then they opened it up to everybody. And
that was because of Rice versus Cayetano.
Yeah, because so very good. You have a fairly lengthy report here. Would you like to? I'd like to discuss it at all. It's your turn to do that. Her report is available here, right here, Legislative Committee report on the agenda. And it's quite comprehensive. It's like you're retired and this is all you do or something.
That's true.
I thought it was something good.
Thank you.
Yeah.
No, I'm done.
Okay.
Chair, thank you very much.
Okay, so
I submit on my report.
Stanley, very good. Okay, so I just want to say something about the regions. By the way, regions, Sean Quinlan's region. Leigh, do you have anything? You're in Sean Quinlan's region, right? Do you have anything to say? Would you like to be appointed region chair? I don't think he wants to do it.
Region chair, but I don't know about the other parts.
Okay.
We don't have too much of a race in my district of District 46.
Mm-hmm.
Because we do have a Republican running against Amy Brewster, who was actually I lost, why was basically Democrat, so I'm assuming she's going to win. Her opponent has only been in Washington for 10 years. He's a pastor, really nice person, so I have nothing negative to say about him. And there's no Senate race. The council, Heidi Tsuneyoshi really won big. So there's no race for the council. And I'm sorry, I'm having a senior moment here. But our congressional person, I think she's in, So we don't have much to do really in what you are, except enjoy the places of the
Yeah, we do have a chance. We're still, if all the Democrats win all their House races, then that'll just leave my House district with the lone Republican in the legislature. Now we're going to have a Republican in the City Council. We didn't have that before. All 9 of them right now are Democrats.
Now, one of the problem I think is people voting. I think what's the state average? About 35%.
Yeah.
In Washington, it was 29%.
Yeah, I was going to comment on that. I know that Natalia mentioned about get out the vote. And, you know, I used to teach statistics at Scheidler, and I had the students do a chi-square on all 51 districts to see if there was a difference between absentee voting and Democrats and absentee versus at the polls, and the votes that the Democrats got and the votes that the Republicans got. And it's quite clear in every district, except for maybe some obscure, some like one or something, where there's a huge rural area. The Democrats, the vast majority of Democrats, there's a significant difference between Democrats voting absentee versus election day. Most Republicans vote election day more so than Democrats. There's a difference there. And so I believe that the Get Out the Vote program for Democrats should be, fill out your absentee vote party. It's on Sunday, let's all go to so-and-so's house and have a barbecue. We'll fill out our absentee ballots. Whereas the drive the voters to the polls, where it's election day and it's like the Republicans, they wake up and they hear on the news it's election day and they go, oh God, I've got to go vote. And then the Republican poll watchers, they're the ones that stand behind the books, and when they recognize a Republican that hasn't voted, they go out and they call. And so I personally think that's less effective for Democrats, because we just might be driving somebody on election day to the poll and they end up not voting, the straight Democratic ticket that we want. Go ahead.
I know it's not on your agenda, but from the SEC, we are working on a Get Out the Vote rally. So I don't know if you want to say a few little bit. Steve is chairing that committee, so to get the voters together. But I think it is wise to create a strategy and a process that would encourage people to actually vote, not just the Democrats, but actually vote.
Janine, District 2 Chair, or District 22 Chair, since no one else was here to report on this.
Very good.
Daniel put together, and for Senate District 12, we did do, we had a little forum for our Senate race between Rickwood Galataria and Sharon Morris, and Rickwood lost. So we do have a Republican candidate running in District 12. He's been sending out mailers. That's not really all I've seen from him so far. I've seen a couple signs, mostly Waikiki, and then into Ala Moana and Kaka'ako. So tons of condos. There are a lot of Republicans that live in those buildings. There's also a lot of people that own those units that don't live on island, and we can't go door knocking. So it might be an interesting race. I don't really know. I haven't been here that long.
Yeah, I was kind of nervous about a candidate for him in Senate 12 because I thought it might help Sharon, but anyway, it doesn't matter. Sharon's got sort of Republican roots by marriage, so that just and they all know, all the Republicans know that, so that might actually help Sharon. So anyway, someone else has...
Oh, I have one other thing
yes,
to add. And also back in July, I believe it was, we did do a Get Out the Vote campaign between District 22, District 23, 24, 25 maybe, and we went to two different Safeways. We were over in the Noah Valley and then over off of Poly at that Safeway. Just were out there for a few hours trying to get people to register, nonpartisan, and I think we got 20-something in over like the course of 4 hours, which is pretty good. We did have a number of people that switched to absentee, and then most of the people all said that they were already registered. So that's good.
Yes, Dylan.
Okay, so I have a point of information on Region 6. What is the process for vacating a region officer position?
Oh, if they're absent 3 times, then they're not then they can be eligible for not being the chair anymore, and so then I appoint. And the trouble is, last time I did such a bad job appointing, and I got beat up by the district because I wanted to split the region. I was going to comment on that. In May, there's going to be new elections for region chairs, And you know, there's an argument to reorganize the regions, because right now, you know, it's Region 4. It's really small. They got the fewest number of people on there, and Ben's never here. Region 6 is messed up because 36 and 37 is way over there, and 45, 46, and 47 are way up there, and they don't. And so I had some proposals early on. I had asked some people to look at creating a 10th region by grabbing some of the districts up there and making 36 and 37 its own region, but it didn't go anywhere. So but the thing about doing it in May at the next convention, or it doesn't need to be at the convention, it can be any time, is that we're all up for re-election, and so it might be a good time if this body decided the partitions, and we can do that where everybody gets to have still gets to be a region chair. You see, when the election comes. So does this sound like a good idea? I can put it on I'll put it on the executive committee agenda next time, and we can discuss it. So I just you know, I tried, but I think that would be the time to do it now. In 2022, there's going to have to be a reorganization anyway, because there's going to be redistricting. So this would be from 2019 to 2021 or something, or 25 or something like that. So, but it would be a good start, because there was a disruption in the House districts. No, I guess it was the Senate districts. Oh yeah, there was quite a bit of a disruption this last time in House districts. But next time, maybe not so much. So yeah, you had something, and then
well, so I appreciate that, and you know, I work in geographic information systems, so I'd be happy to help with that. But the scope of my question is simply that Region 6 has been underserved because that chair has never attended any of the meetings. So I think we should just have someone like Larry or Leif do that and give Region 6 equal representation at the meeting.
Would Larry like to be Region 6 chair? All right, Elaine?
Something in defense.
Please.
Quinlan.
Yes, I know. Yeah.
And I found out when session is started, he can't concentrate on anything else. He does have a tough race. After the session was over, elections, you know, for the primary. So I would say give him a little break, because he's very, very busy.
Yeah, I don't have any problem with that.
Yeah.
But if someone could, so do you want to kind of like help a little bit and sort of?
I can help, and also maybe help look for someone else to do it.
That would be good. But I do think that region is the first region that should be done something with.
And the region really is from Ileana, Waiua, all the way to North Shore, and it goes all the way, like, his district goes all the way to,
there's no way that you can schedule a region meeting and have everybody come. There's no, you can. Yes, sir. Come back.
Okay, a point of information. When we did census and the reallocation,
2022.
we had the precincts were all goofed up because we went with state's numbers. At that time, we voted and broke the different precincts up in the districts to make the region. Because with the new lines, we had half of one city in one region and the other, and we re-voted and put what we wanted into the regions. And we are not tied to the state census to say this is your region. We decide which district is in which region.
Yes.
Not
right.
the state.
That's
yes.
not a point of
So we
information.
have that right anytime
okay.
we want.
All right. Very good. Thank you. Anybody else got something? All right. Are there any announcements? Yes, Steve.
Hello, everybody. I'm Steve Canales. I'm Senate District 16, SEC representative, non-female. Also the co-chair of the fundraising committee. We're having on October 21st a Get Out the Vote plus coordinated campaign function at McKinley High School. It's going to start at about 3 o'clock, end at 5. 3 to 5. And it's going to include, we already ordered beef stew, rice with vegetable salad, macaroni salad. We also have drinks. But we would like the county support. We want all the region chairs there. We want all the district's chairs there. And if the regions and district can bring dessert, we greatly appreciate. We want to make it a complete function since it's a get out the vote special function on October 21st.
Saturday.
Sunday.
October 21st.
So if you can, we appreciate anything because right now we don't have money in the FCC account. Anything that's donated will...
Is that the kind of support you're asking for?
Yes.
Okay.
We're even asking for donations if you want.
All right. Okay, so we should probably, I don't know. Okay, first we got to check. We have to check with the budget says.
Okay.
But and you're not going to be here next. Are you going to be at the next? Okay, we have to bring this up again. Find out what we can do and bring it up again.
If I'm not here, Larry, you can.
Oh, Larry. Oh, okay. No, you're a fundraising committee, right? Don't worry. We're not asking you to take on any more responsibility. Just fulfill a responsibility you've already taken on. Okay. All right. Yes, Sam.
Region 7 is going to donate music for him.
Oh, great.
We haven't finalized the music yet, so we'll let you know.
All right. I hate to recognize a non-OCC member, but Mr. Galoy, what would you like to say?
Well, actually, I am an OCC member because I belong to the Democratic Party and I live in Oahu. So I am a member of this party and a member of this organization. I stand here, I'm going to wear 2 different hats. My first hat is on behalf of the LGBT caucus of the Democratic Party of Hawaii. On October 20th is the LGBT Pride Parade. We invite everybody to come march with us. We have to be at Magic Island at 10 o'clock. The parade starts at 11. If you can't make it there, hopefully you'll watch the parade along the route afterwards. We are going to have a booth thanks to the generous donation of Suzanne and Tamara Young. We'll have a booth at the festival afterwards. It's free to get in. Come out down and enjoy. And remember that October 11th is National Coming Out Day, especially with the death of the ACO officer, Pepper, who killed himself when he came out the fact that it was exposed that he was bisexual. And we need to do better as a community, as a society, to support our LGBTQIA community members. My other hat is membership chair. As we sit here today, we have created history yesterday on the Democratic Party of Hawaii. We actually had our booth. We actually have a booth at the senior fair. And I want to thank all of our sponsors and volunteers for making that happen. We are still $1,200 short of our goal to cover all the costs. So if anybody would like to donate to it was an unfunded program within the FCC, it would be nice if the OCC, since we're in your county, that were to help out with that, but that's another issue. This is the first time that we've done it, and we're going to be moving forward from now on. The membership committee, of which I co-chair, we're going to have to-go bags. And from here at headquarters, that you're going to have a tablecloth that says Democratic Party of Hawaii with all the membership forms and everything you need to go out and table anywhere and anywhere on behalf of the Democratic Party of Hawaii. So if you have an issue, you have a place like a farmer's market or something in your community, we need to go out and actually actively recruit members. And we need to build this party up, and we need to bring in active members, and that's what the membership committee is here to do. So I want to thank Lorna. Who else is here? Melody, our volunteers. They're helping staff the booth. It's free. If you're at the senior fair, stop on by, 614, 615, and that's what we're doing. Last thing is poll watching. Was mentioned earlier. Poll watching, I know that some people caused a big, huge havoc in the primary that we didn't do poll watching. We didn't do poll watching because we as a party do not endorse or support one Democrat or the other. And so it becomes problematic as a party to do poll watching in the primary. So I encourage everybody that made a shitstorm, excuse my French, at the primary to step up now. We are doing poll watching on behalf of the chair has asked the membership committee to step up and take care of poll watching.
Now it's for real.
And now it's for real. We did it 2 years ago, and the only reason we did it in the primary is so, since that was my first time doing it, to feel it out, touch it out, and now in the general, it's where it matters, to get Democrats to the poll and get them to vote Democrat.
And you need 150.
And I need 300 volunteers by October 15th, or we're going to reallocate resources and figure out how we're going to do it. I'm not saying we're canceling poll watching. We may retarget and take care of the races that we need to. And if those that we can't, we're going to encourage those to become poll workers. Because as we all saw in the primary, the Office of Elections was short 400 poll workers. And you actually get paid to be a poll worker, where with us you just get thanks. and our love. So how much that is worth. So, but I want to remind every district chair, if you look at your bylaws, part of your responsibility is help recruit poll watchers. So I encourage each and every district chair and region chairs to encourage your district chairs to go out and actively recruit poll watchers. You don't have to give us the entire day. If you have any questions, it's Michael at HawaiiDemocrats.org or 358-4417. So, and I'm available for questions afterwards, so we can move on.
Yes, Lay. Thank you, Michael.
Are you folks training these poll watchers, or do you have classes that you're...
Yes, we will train, because it is not just as easy as sending names over to the Office of Elections. We will train everybody. We will make sure they understand. And there are two different aspects of poll watching. It's people that actually go into the polls, and then we're going to turn headquarters into a call bank here for Oahu. And the neighbor islands are responsible for their own call banking locations. So, yes, we will train everybody.
I have a question. Can a poll watcher take a picture of it?
No.
Okay, so what, you have to recognize names, or you write down names?
We actually give them lists of all of our members, and they have a code next to it. All they have is the name and the code.
Got it. Oh,
and they actually have to leave the polling location, go 200 yards out, 200 yards outside of the poll, call in and give the code.
Give the code.
And because we don't want our members' names being spoken over the
right on,
what have you, and they don't have contact information on those lists. So there is a lot of work that goes into poll watching. Again, for those that decided to cause a shitstorm, in the primary, it wasn't just easy as turning over a list to the Office of Elections.
Yeah.
Because there is training and there has to be backup. We actually have to have people here at headquarters to make those phone calls, to call people up, say, hey, we haven't noticed you haven't voted. Please go to the polls, vote Democrats, vote yes on the Con-Am, kind of thing. Because I want to remind everybody, this party has taken a position on the Con-Am, and it's yes on Con-Am.
Eric.
Yeah, Michael, is there a written standard operating procedure for the poll watchers?
There is.
Okay.
They will get that when they sign up.
Available now so that you can see what they're getting themselves into, or what?
The general stuff's up all night.
The general stuff's up on the Office of Elections. Party stuff,
like our strategy.
Our strategy is not available. We would never give out our strategy to people on the website. We would always make everything. The general information is on the Office of Elections. Everything else is considered proprietary to this party, and that we would only share that with those that have signed up to be poll watchers. It gives a broad view. Anything else is considered proprietary to this party, and we would not share that until those people actually sign up. And the only way you can be a poll watcher is through a party. You can't do it through a candidate. You can't do it through an issue. So, like I said, when it comes to the Con-Am, we are yes as a party. And we'll be pushing people to vote yes on the Con-Am and voting Democrats up and down the tab.
Would it be possible to get that email to the district chairs, the specific poll watching?
I can give you generalizations and send that out, yes. I can't give specifics because it falls within our proprietary information that we don't want out generally.
All right.
It should be forwarded out to people that are on Democrats.
Okay, you can talk about it. Very good point. So yeah, you can talk about it afterwards. All right, very good. Thank you, Michael. Very good information. Are there any other announcements? Oh, Lorna?
Maisie Hirono is now a national rock star, and she's been doing such amazing work for us in Washington, and she's going to be here because on October 30th for the Passy Make PAC event. And she'll be speaking there, and the one of the honorees will be Kate Stanley, National Committee woman. And so I'm here to just make the announcement that it is a fundraiser to support women candidates, Democratic women candidates in Hawaii, and I hope that you all think about coming. And if you'd like an invitation, online invitation, I would be happy to mail you one. So please, can you give me your name and email, and I will email you an invitation. I think the more we can do to support Maisie here in Hawaii, the better. It would be so good, because I want to tell you that I'm also receiving from different places around the country really strong comments about negative things that have been happening, negative, vile statements that have been going her way.
Okay.
So I think that the more we can do to embrace her and give her our aloha on October 30th, the better. So I don't have paper, but
okay, thank you.
Somebody has paper.
Thank you. 2 minutes left.
Give me your email.
Did you have a question? Yes.
Yeah, I just wanted.
1 minute left.
Thank you, Chair. Melody Adua, Legislative Priorities Committee. I just wanted to indicate regarding the Con-Am, we do have it in our resolutions that was adopted in our state convention, and that's resolution number EDU 2018-01, urging the Democratic Party of Hawaii to support increased funding for public education. So we do have that in our resolutions. Regarding the Con-Con, it'll be taken up in our SEC meeting immediately after this meeting at 1 o'clock, and that resolution is to oppose the Con-Con.
Okay.
So that is the position.
All right. 1 minute, quick.
One last thing.
Yeah.
The LGBT caucus is moving our meeting because Pride happens on the third Saturday. We're moving it to the second Sunday. It will be here at 2 o'clock. We are actually doing a forum on how to be a foster parent. We need more LGBTQIA supportive foster parents. Actually, we need foster parents across the board. We need good foster parents, and we need people that actually support and love these kids for who they are and not force their beliefs on them. So if you're available, 2 o'clock right here, it'll be also available Facebook Live and conversation.
Okay, we've run out of time. No more announcements. Meeting adjourned.
Thank you.
Give me your email.
We're still here.
Yeah.
We're still here.
We're still here.
Thanks for watching.
It's a good report. This is from 2016. I thought we should warn.